Long ago, there was a game called Rogue. It was played on old PCs and not on a browser using Flash like I am now. But it pretty much looked like this. That's you. And now I'm fighting things. Awesome.
Rogue was actually a pretty innovative game for its time. It featured randomly generated levels and Perma Death. Those who conquered it had some pretty serious bragging rights. Some newer games are obviously inspired by Rogue, and they're generally called roguelikes, which is kind of weird. It's like if you called first-person shooters Doom-likes. Whatever. Still, some of those newer games inspired by Rogue happen to be Dungeons of Dreadmore and Binding of Isaac. Of course there are others, but I found it kind of funny that games like Toe Jam and Earl for the Sega Genesis were also inspired by Rogue. Pretty cool stuff. Then you get games that blend genres. A little bit of platforming here, a little bit of roguelike there, and you've got Spelunky.
At a glance, Spelunky appears harmless enough. I dare say it looks pretty cute. But below the surface of this innocent aesthetic, the gears of irony turn. Because Spelunky is freaking hard. It's hard as balls. It would be wise to start from the beginning. This is... I don't know. According to Wikipedia, this is the Spelunker. Fortunately, Spelunky starts you off with a tutorial to get you acclimated with the basics. A journal has been left by a fellow Spelunker named Yang. In it, he tells of the mysterious underground world, full of secrets to be discovered, monsters to outwit, and treasures to behold. But you're not getting anywhere without learning the ropes. Literally. Because there are ropes. And bombs, and just a plethora of other items at your disposal. Yang's final message is to take a key left within the journal, which gives you access to the caves below. When you finally dive in, the goal of Spelunky is, well, to not die. At least, that's all you're going to be focusing on at first. There are goals. They are wide and varied. But right now, getting from the top of the level to the bottom is the only thing you need to worry about. And there's a good reason for that. One you will encounter often. Perma Death. Yeah. You die once, it's back to the beginning. Interestingly enough, your journal gains an entry the first time something kills you. It's also a good way to keep track of all the levels and items in the game. The levels also change too. Spelunky features procedurally generated levels, so you'll never experience the same one twice. So not only will you die, but you'll die with variety. Yeah, and there are even dark levels. Sometimes the game doesn't think it's trolling you quite enough, so it throws one of these at you. Grab a torch and, well, good luck.
Obviously, young Spelunkers, there are many ways to get yourself killed, but there are just as many ways to avoid the inevitable. Look before you leap. You don't want this to happen, do you? Ha ha ha, of course not. Hold down to observe the perils below. Carry something with you. Anything. You never know when an arrow trap is looming just around the corner. Rescue damsels. They come in many different forms, and they will reward you with extra health at the end of every level. Snazzy. Don't dilly-daddle. A ghost will appear after 2.5 minutes, and he will kill you on contact.
That's about it. There are 4 main areas in the game. These are the caves. You'll be seeing plenty of them. My advice to a new adventurer is to explore and just take it all in. Take this arrow trap to the face. Take this spider hiding in a pot. Take this rock, throw it at this explosive block, and let it take your life. And don't forget to take any gold and gems you find. You want to get that high score, don't you? Show your friends online? Nah, but it also acts as an in-game currency for the shops you'll find scattered throughout the game. Yeah, you can buy items if you see a shop. If you've got enough cash, these items could really help you along. Take, for instance, the jetpack. It lets you fly around for a few seconds at a time. Or the cape, which lets you float to safety, even over spikes. Or the web gun, which, yeah, web gun. Speaking of pissing off the shopkeeper, the 5-finger discount is also a means of obtaining free items. But more on that later. A couple things of note are the Sacrificial Altars and the Golden Idols. If you ever see an altar, you can sacrifice certain enemies and even damsels to the goddess Kali in return for items. Sacrifice enough and she'll give you the Kapala. This item fills with the blood of your enemies, increasing your max health by 1 each time it fills. Just, don't make her mad. She doesn't really like that. The Golden Idols are worth cash. You can even sacrifice them for this golden monkey that poops out gold. And you can kill the monkey. Just, be careful. The idols have a trap associated with them in each area of the game. In the caves, it's... well... After you brave the caves, your trials have only just begun, for the jungle looms in wait. You've got explosive jumping frogs, boomerang men, bees, and these tiki traps. Get too close and they launch spikes at you. Past the jungles are the ice caves. It's nice to at least have a cape or a jetpack by this point, because this level is riddled with small platforms and pitfalls. Mammoths can freeze you in an instant, and Yetis can do this. Yay! As you finally start making progress, you'll be greeted by Tunnel Man. All Tunnel Man needs are a few items, and he'll dig up some shortcuts to the later levels that you've already been to. Anything from a bomb, to gold, and even dragging a key from the caves all the way through ice. But hey, anything for easy access to the later levels. The catch is that in going to these levels early, you don't pick up the awesome items that you would normally get along the way. That's why I recommend stealing. The benefits of stealing are, of course, free items and a higher score. Be prepared to deal with your decisions though, because the shopkeepers will appear at the end of every level waiting to kill you. These guys are crazy. They're bouncing all over the place and I don't even know what's going on here. With enough practice, you'll learn to loot shops by killing shopkeepers with their own shotguns. And that weapon alone makes the robbery worthwhile. I've put this off for far too long. It's time for the temple. I can sum this level up easy. Crush blocks. These things are jerks, and they will chase you if you're beside or directly above them. Also new are Anubis and the Mummy. Anubis shoots little pink doohickeys at you, and you can use his scepter if you kill him. It's wacky! Oh god, what have I done? The mummies are great if you have the Kapala. If you position them just right, you can absorb their puke for a ton of extra health. Ah, we've done it. Now it's time for Olmec. Hey, this fight looks pretty familiar. What a dummy. Oh. You can take care of him that way, but I prefer the safer method of bombing a hole for him to fall in. If you don't have bombs, you can explore above Olmec for a nice spread of items and gems. So you killed Olmec. You got your loot, and now you're watching the credits. The game's over. Right? Not so fast. Saying this game has secrets is an understatement. Spelunky is essentially one giant Easter egg. Take the jungle, for instance. If you picked up the key and used it on the treasure chest in the caves, the Eye of Ujat will start blinking, alerting you to a hidden entrance. Bomb when you're close enough, and you have found the Black Market. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Because I'm the villain! The Black Market is a looter's paradise. Play your cards right, and you'll loot the whole area, including the 50,000 gold Ankh, which gives you an extra life. But more on that later. Moving back to the jungle, you'll occasionally see this thing. Find a damsel, throw them at it, and join the fun. Why do you look so scared? There's nothing to be afraid of. Oh god, why? Welcome to the worm. There are more things than you might be used to at this point trying to kill you here. But you can get the handy dandy crystal knife, which replaces your whip, and you can unlock Meat Boy. But I accidentally killed him with the knife. My bad. Also in the jungle, you'll occasionally see the message, "The dead are restless." A few cool things end up happening here. The jungle turns eerie with fog and scary faces appear on the trees. You can also find a creepy skull, which summons a spooky ghost. You can also keep your eyes peeled for a special tombstone that says Ash. Underneath is a shotgun.
This is my boomstick!
It's no coincidence. And finally, there's a king's tomb with some skeletal remains. Bomb below it, and you reveal the entrance to the haunted castle. Once you're in, you can brave the halls of vampires, zombies, and this thing. He gives you a nice shield which lets you crush enemies against a wall. Once you reach the top, you'll see a coffin. Open it up and you've unlocked a new character. Where is he? Oh, I must have crushed him. If you've already unlocked the companion, you get this guy instead. Oh god, what are you doing? Yeah, companions are kind of worthless. Other coffins appear randomly throughout the game, and that's how you'll be getting the majority of your extra characters. They don't have any special abilities, they just look different. Further below in the ice caves, we have mysterious visitors from far above. Aliens. In the 4th level of the ice caves, you'll find the entrance to the mothership. Just use a little rope to get up and... Oh. Just use a little rope to... I ran out of rope. Okay, we're in. The mothership is easily one of the hardest areas in the game. It's only one room, but you've got turrets shooting at you from everywhere, alien tanks lobbing bombs at you, alien lords shooting these purple things again, and the alien queen trying to snipe you whenever you get too close. But to the victor goes the spoils, for the alien queen is guarding something special. The plasma cannon. Oh, now we're talking. The BFG of Spelunky. I got it. Oh. I got it again. Alright, let's... Never mind, the plasma cannon sucks.
Now, all those secrets, they're optional. But the true ending to Spelunky? Well, it's optional too. But it's worth it. You just gotta follow a few easy steps.
Grab the key, open the chest with the Eye of Vision, find the black market, get the Ankh, go to the ice caves and kill yourself at the altar, grab the Hedget, kill Anubis, grab his scepter, use his scepter on the golden door, enter the city of gold, grab the Necronomicon, kill Anubis II, use the Necronomicon to find the entrance to hell in Olmec's lair, drop Olmec in front of the door and enter hell from the top of his head as he is dying. And now, you are in hell. Easy. Oh, this place. This place. Hell is, quite frankly, hell. Everything you've learned prior to this point is now put to the test, because this level wants you dead more than any other. Just everything ever trying to kill you. Oh, these chain balls. Oh, Tiki Traps, I'm sick of your shit. And there's Vladimir the Vampire, who protects his amulet. This is one of the best items in the game, and I highly recommend you retrieve it. It's guaranteed to be at the top of Hell's first level. Pick it up, and you're invulnerable to these fire guys, and you can swim in lava. There's a lot of that in Hell. Who knew? On the bright side, if you've angered a shopkeeper, and let's face it, by this point you probably have, they're likely to die before you even see them. In the final stage of Hell before the boss, I happened to lose my shotgun in between a tiki trap and a wall, and there was no way I was gonna risk it with no bombs and another shopkeeper waiting for me just a few feet away. Fortunately, this is Hell, and these situations tend to take care of themselves. So if you're worried about getting a shotgun, it's not that bad. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Yama. The true final boss. We've got a few things to take care of. Hopefully you've got a shotgun, so just shoot these two guys down and get 12 bombs from each of them. When you're through with that, scope the right side of the level and get rid of any death traps. You can either bomb or shoot him safely from a distance. His head literally starts floating around after that, but a few bombs will take care of him easy. And there you have it. You've officially splunked as far as you can go. Take the exit or grab some extra gems if you want to get that high score. Hey, it's Yang. I'm surprised the treasure doesn't crush me. and you get some nice credits, and the rest is history.
There are too many things for me to say about Spelunky to fit in this review, so I'm just gonna leave it at this. Spelunky is absolutely worth your time, and you're gonna enjoy it. Probably. I mean, the game does have a pretty high barrier of entry, so you gotta have that perseverance and determination to truck on through it, but if you do, it's gonna be a very rewarding experience.
I was going to put this at the beginning of the review, but I'm going to put it at the end because it makes a little more sense. First off, I want to thank you for watching the review, and secondly, man, this review took me 4 years to finish. All the footage you saw, the gameplay, the commentary, the video of me being on camera, that was from 2014. So, I don't know what was taking me so long with this thing. I just never thought it was good enough, and then I just kept putting it off until it was the review that I could never finish. And then just a few days ago, I decided, screw it, we're doing this, we're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna try and get this channel back on its feet. Or at least finish my white whale of a review, and just bring this review to light and let you all hopefully enjoy it. Man, this has been a labor of love, a labor of procrastination, as laborious as that may not sound. And I'm just glad to finally get it out there. So, whether you enjoyed the video or not, let me know in the comments, and have a good day.